Guys, I want all the participants to introduce. Please start.
Yes.
Please little bit louder, Pratyush.
Yes.
Okay.
Uh,
Pratyush, which college you are from? Okay.
Bangalore.
So I need an introduction, name, and a college and a department. Yeah, guys, next. Fast, do everything. Yes, next.
Sir, my name is Om Prakash.
Yeah.
I have completed my BE in Electrical and Electronics from BEd Engineering College, Bijapur.
Okay, welcome. Next. Waiting.
So my name is Rohit Kumar VK from Acharya Institute of Technology, 7th SEM BEC.
Yeah, thanks. Next.
Hi sir, I am from pursuing my engineering in the branch of electronics and engineering from Acharya Institute of Technologies.
Next.
Sir Jagdish BV.
Sir, I am Rakesh.
Yeah, one by one. Yeah, Rakesh, go ahead.
Hi sir, I am Rakesh. I am studying in Acharya Institute of Technology, Electronic and Communication.
Okay, next.
Sir, I'm Grishma. I'm from
Yeah, go ahead.
SJCAT of SJCAT Institute of Technology, Chikbalapur, ECE department.
Yeah, next.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks. Next. Waiting.
I am Praveen from Dayanand Sagar College of Engineering, studying 7th SEM in medical electronics field.
Yes, hi Praveen. Next.
Hello sir, I am Paniraj. I am from Dayanand Sir College of Engineering, Medical Electronics Department.
Next.
Hello sir, I am Deepa VN from STC Institute of Technology, ECE department.
Okay, next. Come on guys, fast.
Sir, I am Bharat M.
Yeah, Bharat.
I am Bharat M from ECE department, HMSIT Tumkur.
Okay. Next.
Hello sir, I am Lasya from CND Lab, IIT Madras.
Yeah, hi Lasya. Next.
Good evening, sir. I'm Harshita. I'm from Dayanand Sagar College of Engineering, Department of Medical Electronics.
Okay, next.
Good evening, sir. This is Chandu from Acharya Institute of Technology. I'm pursuing my Bachelor of Engineering in ECE.
Okay, next. Anybody's left? Pratyush, did you introduce? I think he was the first one.
Yeah, this is Atul Jain joining in.
Yeah, hi Atul.
Yeah, good evening to all.
Next. Atul, can you just introduce yourself with your company and all those things?
Okay. Myself Atul Jain. I am a B mechanical engineer and my current company is. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead, Atul.
Okay. Am I?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. So.
Yeah, guys, Mr. Yeah, go ahead, Atul. You are audible.
Okay. So I have done BE Mechanical Engineering and my company name is Bringal Academy LLP. I am from Pune.
Yeah, thank you. Next, anybody else left?
Hello everyone. I'm Kavya from Acharya Institute of Technology, pursuing BE in Computer Science.
Okay. Next. Yeah, okay. Kavya, you are joined from two system and mobile?
No, it's just one.
Yeah, okay. Anybody else left? Okay, thank you guys. Thanks for your brief introduction. In this session, we have a mixture of industry participants, students, and the faculties. this internship would be for about 30 days, like for 1 month, where we will be covering the basic stuff of the Internet of Things, also in terms of the hands-on sessions and all those things. Today's session will be on the introduction of Internet of Things, where we have Mr. Havish. Havish, can you introduce yourself, Havish? So he is going to be a trainer for your.
Sir, to introduce myself, I have got 8 years of teaching experience and another 7 years of industrial experience in the various companies.
Yes. Thanks, Havish, for the brief introduction. Guys, he will be there as a mentor for about these 30 days. So he will be handling this complete. Havish, you can be on the mute and you just try to reduce that background noise when you're starting your session. Okay. Guys, one small question I have to all the participants. In this first slide, I have put internship in middle and I have put so many pictures around it. Can someone tell me why I have done this? I think one image was sufficient, but why did I put this all surrounding images? Can someone tell me why?
This is the areas wherein you can like for various different things, IoT can be used for the internship purpose.
Okay. Thanks, Atul. Anybody else? Anybody? I'm expecting an answer from students. I'm expecting an answer from students. Let me tell you, we have Dr. Veka from BNMIT joining this session. So she will also be there as a mentor for this complete program. So she is also there in the session. So welcome, ma'am. Guys, I need answer. I'm waiting for the answer.
So I think these are the things we will be learning through this one internship. That multiple things like smart farming, using the phone and everything. I think.
No, that is,
That
see,
is
yeah, yeah.
in picture.
Okay. Next. Next, anybody else?
These are the outcomes from this internship.
Okay, good. Next. Thanks, Rohit. Next. Anybody else? Or shall I continue? Just keep thinking. I'll be asking the same question at the end of the session. Okay. And let me just take you through the Agimus Technologies, what Agimus Technologies into. So this is myself, Parmeshwar Naik. I'm a director and co-founder of Agimus Technologies, Bangalore, with having about 16 plus years of experience in providing wide range of products and solutions to industry, defense, and academia. And I am a B graduate from SIT Tumkur, that I've done my MBA from Symbiosis University. Okay, and about Agimus Technologies, we have a technology company formed by researchers with with 2 decades of experience in the areas of smart industry, VLSI, Internet of Things, and industrial IoT, embedded systems, communication, PCB prototyping, artificial intelligence, machine learning, robotics, and vertical transportation. We offer all these industries, defense, and academics also. So in terms of our technology partners, so when I say our technology partners, we have been associated with NVIDIA, ANSYS, Xilinx, LoRa, Metagraphics, Enthu Technologies, LoRaWAN, and Digilent. So this basically, when we consider the Internet of Things and industrial IoT, nowadays LoRa is famous. Why, I will tell you in some time. And NVIDIA being a premium partner for our artificial intelligence and machine learning stuff. And ANSYS is our partner for our calculated engineering and Xilinx and Digilent are our partners for FPGA solutions. And Mentor Graphics and Enthu Technologies, they are our partner for our VLSI domain. And we do have some premium partners like VROOK, FPGA Tech Solutions, Christian Sharpline, Capslock, and TVS Training Services. So Christian Sharpline is basically a German company. So we have been associated with them for conducting internships programs, also some training programs. And VROOK is a partner for the visualization learning. And FPGA Tech Solutions, they are a partner in design and developing of our products. And TVS Training Services, it's a group of a TVS group of company. So we have been associated with TVS for conducting many programs associated to TVS. And these are our solutions. Like we provide a solution in terms of artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning lab stuffs, and IoT lab setups. Also, we provide PCB and antenna prototyping machines, and we do have a setup in Bangalore. And we also set up VLSI industry excellence centers at colleges and industries. Also, we provide a solutions in terms of FPGA, DSP, RF, robotics, and ANSYS solutions. So these are our technical experts. In terms of when I talk technical experts, Dr. Pramod Kumar Nayak, with about 13 plus years of experience, he heads our technical division. So he carries a lot of experience in the field of MATLAB for AI, ML, deep learning applications. Mr. Shrikar with 20 years of experience in VLSI industry. Mamadi Nagaraj with 10 years of experience in the field of FPGA. And Mr. Srinivas with 7 years of experience in the field of machine learning. And Mr. Pradeep, 4 years of experience in the field of VLSI and FPGA. And our technical expert for this internship program is Mr. Harish, with having about 16 plus years of experience in industry as well as academia on embedded systems and Internet of Things solutions. He is an excellent teacher come developer. You can take he will be able to guide you through this complete program. I request all the participants to make use of his knowledge. Next comes the AGIMS ongoing projects. So we have been doing few of the projects like a COVID-19 screening robot and animal tracking using IoT and AI technology, IoT enabled agriculture, face detection and expression detections, object detection, robotic operating system, low cost Xilinx FPGA, design and development, automated traffic control, monitoring of COVID-19 patient, also on robots, and we also developed social distance detecting devices. So these are our ongoing projects, and few of them are already implemented in few of the fields. And when we talk about AGIMS design services, which we have launched under Make in India project, so we have been developing FPGA kits with Spartan 6, Arctic 7, and also in Zinc series. So this Zinc board will be coming soon. In the meantime, we have already developed a few of the kits. When we talk about Spartan 6, the complete kit was designed and developed in India. So all the two kits, the first one is Spartan 6 and the second one is Arctic 7. These complete kits were designed and developed in India only. And complete PCB was also done in India. This comes under our design services. And this is a COVID-19 screening robot, what I was talking about. This automatically detects whether you people are wearing the mask or not, and it will identifies whether the body temperature is correct. If everything is fine, then only it allows you to get into the office or any college. So that is how this machine has been developed. And also it has an option to sanitize spray. And next image comes is the social distance maintaining detector using AI and IoT. So if you see in the image 1 and image 2, so is my voice clear, guys? So everyone able to hear me? Can someone tell me what is happening in image 1 and image 2? What is the difference between image 1 and image 2? You can unmute and speak.
Image 1 and image 2 social distancing norms violated.
Okay. Next, anybody else? Thanks, Atul. Guys, anybody else? Please speak out. Let's keep it interactive, guys. I don't want to only myself speak complete session. What are the difference in image 1 and image 2?
It actually candidate.
Okay. Thanks. Who's this?
Pratyush.
Yeah, Pratyush. Next, anybody else can identify something else?
Image 1 social distance is maintained and image 2 social distance is not maintained.
Yes, thanks. Thanks, Rohit. So this is one of the device. So where we have developed in association with N2 Technologies for maintaining the social distance. This is a small device which will be fixed and it covers up to about 6 meters of distance. The small device will cover 6 meters of distance and it will be connected with a speaker. Whenever someone violates the social distancing, the distance, the device will detect that. You can see the images will be in the green when the proper social distance is maintained, and when the social distancing is violated, that person will be identified and the speaker will give please maintain the social distance, and complete data will be stored in cloud. This is the product has been developed which about 6 months back, and it has been installed in many of the government offices across India. Also, we are able to give it to few of the colleges. Next one is the real-time implementation of our LoRa-based IoT products in animal tracking system, where we are able to identify the elephant movement in Bandipura and Nagavade forest. So where the complete the forest has been given to us to track the elephant's movement. So we have been able to completely monitor those the elephants with our LoRaWAN gateways. And the second project was regarding the agricultural based, so wherein the sensor which detects the water content in the soil, and automatically if the water content is less, then the water will automatically flow. So this is what the project done in association with Cultivate. So these are the major projects what we are working on. Also it is physically implemented in most of the fields. In Mysore also we have implemented in 2 to 3 fields. And these are our interns who are working on our live projects. If you see in the image 1, the person is working on object detection. In the image 2, that girl is working on face identification. Also in terms of she is working on whether the person is happy, whether the person is sad, the expression detection. And in the image 4, the person is our intern has developed one robot wherein for the pick and place machine. And the 4th one, we conduct many project exhibitions at Bangalore office in Madiwala. And these are our customers. So we have been able to associate it with 700 plus customers across India, including defense, also industry and academics. Most of the academics institutions have been shown here, but there are companies where we are associated with them for designing few of the products. And the face detection was done for one of our esteemed clients. Okay, so these are our few of the logos which you can see. The Acharya also we have been associated in the January. We have done one workshop there when the 5 days conference was there. And in terms of career in IoT, if you see the job market, the number of jobs created every year in the field of IoT, the IoT architect, 44,532 cloud architect. So these are the few data which I got from the Google. And top 10 IoT companies right now, they say big names that I don't have to tell the names, Intel, Samsung, and all those things. So these are the opportunities which is there in the market. If you put the IoT job opportunities in the Google, you will get many opportunities. And in terms of, if you see what are the platforms, see the cybersecurity, fitness, energy, smart home, industrial, retail, healthcare, agriculture, software networking. Nowadays, Internet of Things is available everywhere. Without Internet of Things, nothing is happening nowadays. If you see, there are many cars has been developed, like autonomous driving system, the automatic car, without a driver, the cars are going. So all those things are happening with the help of Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. Now people call internet connected cars and all those things. So these are the few technologies, are a few companies. So these are the companies they are using it, and these are the technologies where they are getting used. And this is our internship and training programs. We normally used to conduct internship programs at our office, Bangalore, but because of the COVID situation, we are able to conduct an online internship program. So we have successfully completed 4 batches of artificial intelligence and machine learning internship programs. Also, we have 3 batches of VLSI going on, and also we are coming up with data science. Also, we have completed few batches on Internet of Things. And this is our team. So we have a team which is there helping me to complete all these tasks, and my design team is also there. So we have there in Madiwala and also in Hyderabad. If someone wants to visit us, they can visit us. But now the office is closed because of COVID. If of September or October. And this is it from my end. Thanks. And I wish all of you a best of luck, and try to learn things, because there are so many opportunities, and this is the time you should learn. If you don't learn now, then it will be very difficult. I request all the participants not to miss any of the sessions, because we will not be sharing any recordings of these sessions, but the PPT will be shared with all the participants. I request, and we need hardly about 300 to 400 of MB data. I request participants, whenever there is a session, kindly keep 300 to 400 MB of data for the session. Any questions, guys? Any questions? These are my contact details. You can get in touch with us anytime. We'll be able to help you out. Any questions? Before I hand over to... Yeah, Govind.
Yeah, do we need a laptop all the time, or only for certain sessions we need the laptop compulsory?
See, because we'll be doing it hands-on, where the instructor will be explaining the projects or a session. So it will be, both will be working together. You need laptop if you want hands-on, but we suggest everyone to have a laptop so that they can get a hands-on experience.
Oh, I understand.
Any other questions?
Hands-on process will be done on every day, or only for certain days it will be done? So that's what I'm asking.
No, it will be every day.
Okay.
Any other questions? Any other questions? Rekha madam has given the right answer. IoT connects the surroundings. Thanks, ma'am. Any other questions, guys, for me? Yeah, Harish, you can share your screen.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So I'm just handing over to Harish now. You will see the Harish screen, so he will take you through the complete session. I request all the participants to be on the mute until unless Havish says speak. Yeah, Havish, over to you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. So, guys, today it will be more of interactive session because I will going to explain depending upon what you have, what the knowledge you have on the Internet of Things. For example, you may have a very minimum knowledge of the Internet about the Internet of Things. Some may have some average level, average knowledge of about the Internet of Things. So here, depending on that, I can decide till from where I have to start. So here, my first question to all the participants: have you heard the word Internet of Things or IoT? First, that will be my first question. Have you heard it? Come on, guys. What about others? Okay. See, when you have heard of the IoT, then you have to know what is IoT, how the IoT can be integrated. So what are the different platforms where we can work on the IoT and all. So here, before that, let me explain what is the IoT and other things, related things about it. Can be application, or it can be other network, or it can be the different people, how they define the IoT and all. So the first thing regarding the IoT, the many people as described, have defined it, the IoT in their own way. So there is no particular definition for the IoT because many different people, they have clearly explained the IoT in their own way. So one of the famous person, what he says is nothing but a IoT or Internet of Things is a network. You know what is a network? The network, it is nothing but it's a connection of physical object. Here, the IoT is also a network. So where the physical objects are connected, provided that the physical object should contain an embedded technology. So the question comes to you, why the embedded system has to be there in that physical object? Why the physical object should contain the embedded technology? So for the sake of communication, for the purpose of communication, that those devices need the embedded technology in order to communicate. So here, what it will going to communicate? So those devices will go to interact with the surrounding medium, the surrounding environment. It will go to send some of the physical parameters. What can be a physical parameter? It can be a temperature, it can be a pressure, it can be humidity, or it can be a moisture content, or it can be a pollution parameter. All those things will be sensed by a particular device or the sensor. So these devices will go to interact with the other devices. Means what? It will go to send the successfully the data from the sensor to other devices. For it can be for processing purpose, or it can be for storing purpose and all. So coming into know more about the IoT, as a couple of minutes before clearly I have told, IoT is nothing but it's a network which consists of some physical object or physical devices, provided that the physical devices should contain an embedded technology in order to communicate. So yeah, this was the IoT was first proposed in 1999. Okay, it's almost 20 years before. So the next one, where all IoT can be used. Guys, can you see this image? Yes or no? Yeah, can you see this image? So here in this image, everything has been mentioned. It is all about the vehicle, goods, that is nothing but logistics, animal, human being, in the agricultural domain, in the energy consumption domain, regarding the security. So we're going to bring all the parameters or all the application what we're going to find in this society. So coming into what actually the IoT is. So here the IoT, it is nothing but there will be few devices. I will go to explain what are those devices when I take hands on. So there will be a few devices or few things. So these things will go to collect the data, and the collected data will be uploaded to cloud. So here, whenever we want some detail regarding with that data or about that some product, so we'll go to retrieve the data from the cloud. For example, you want to check what is the maximum temperature or what is the minimum temperature in Delhi. We cannot go over there and we cannot measure. So for that, there is a separate department which will be updating the parameters, like it may be rainfall, it can be a temperature, or it can be humidity continuously. So we're going to get the information from that cloud where they have saved. So these are the things that you are supposed to know. Coming into more to know more about the IoT. So couple of minutes before, I have clearly told many different people has defined the IoT in the various names, but the concept is same. So the functionality may be same, but it has got a various different names. So here the Cisco says Internet of Everything. IoT, that is nothing but Internet of Things. They will go to say it's an Internet of Everything. And some people will go to say it's a machine-to-machine communication language or machine-to-machine communication devices. And few other people says it is an industrial internet. And some more will go to say it's an industrial Internet of Things. And some other department or other people will go to say it's a smart technology. Smart technology means what? It will go to include everything: smart energy meter, smart city, smart grid, smart campus, everything it will be included here. Next, some people will go to say it's a intranet of things. And here, it's a vehicle-to-vehicle communication. See here, machine-to-machine communication is different. Vehicle-to-vehicle communication is different. So I will go to make the clarity between these two. Machine-to-machine means what? It will not going to move. So there will be a communication. Vehicle-to-vehicle communication means what? It will be both the vehicles will be moving from one place to another. And other people will go to say it's a web of things and embedded internet. So these are the different names which are given for the IoT. Okay, any doubt till here? Guys? Any doubts? You can unmute your mic and you can answer to me. Not a problem. What about others? Do you have any doubt till here? Okay. And coming into next here. Next. So here, in order to understand the IoT, we need to understand the 3 A's of IoT. What are those 3 A's? Anytime, any place, anything. So here, anytime means what? There is no time restriction in order to access the things. From whenever we want to upload the data, whenever we want to download the data, there is no time restriction. So we can do this during night times as well as the daytime. We can do it in the outdoor as well as the indoor, on while moving. There is no time restriction. And there is no place restriction also. Here, we can access the things in the outdoor as well as the indoor while moving. So here, the only thing is there should be a presence of internet. The internet should be there. Without internet, there is no internet of things. And anything, this is very, very important. We're going to give a stress to this particular classification or category. So there are different types of communication. The communication can be between two human beings. It can be through voice over protocol, through internet of protocol, or whatever it may be. So here, the communication between the human to human, and the communication can be between the human to things or things to human, in the subsequent slide, I will going to tell how the things speak with the human. Next, things to things communication. This is very, very important. In case of things to things communication, there is no absolute human involvement. The things itself, it will going to collect the data. The collected data will be analyzed, and that device or the things, it will going to take a suitable action. Okay, all of you, can you hear me?
It's fine, it's fine.
So here, things to things communication means what? Here, there is no absolute involvement of the human being. Means what? The things itself, it will go to collect the data, and the collected data will be analyzed. Based on the analysis, it will go to take its own decision. Okay, so these are the things, when we understand these three A's, so it will be very easy. It will be very easy to understand what is a IoT. Is there any doubt here? No doubts, sir. If there are no doubts, let me move further. Next, here, I will go to explain in all different aspects. So here, the things will go to speak with the human beings. As I have told, the communication between the things as well as the human beings. Whenever we go to any big bazaar, any Reliance Fresh, so there the things will go to introduce by themselves. How they will go to introduce the date of manufacture, the what is the weight it has got, what is the rate, what is its expiry date, and all these details will be given by the things. So here I need to maintain in the quality of my goods means what? Let us think the expiry date of any bakery or any dairy items is 3 days. Here, let us assume it. So here that goods has arrived a day before yesterday. Means what? It is that the expiry date is very, very near. So the fresh goods has been arrived at the expiry date it will be 2 more days. Okay, 2 more days. When we compare, we ourselves will go to declare which one is fresh, which one is not fresh. So which is the latest arrived goods and which one has already that has got some time in that shop or in the grocery shop, grocery or any shop. So here these details are given by the goods. First, it will go to give the details about when it is been manufactured, when it is packed or manufactured or packed. So next, what will be its expiry date, what is its quantity, and what is its rate, and so these are the things it will go to speak with us. So here we are going to get the data. So the next one is, so we have got so many smart devices. When we have got so many smart devices, now a CC camera is also included under the smart security. So here, it will go to ask a question. When it will go to ask a question, I will go to explain you. So just you image, you have installed the CC camera in front of your home. So it should identify the persons. How it will go to identify the person? You will go to give the data regarding with your family members. So here those data will be known by this CC camera. Whenever unknown person comes, so it will go to extract the data of the unknown person. It will go to compare with all the data which is stored. Whenever it is not matched, it will go to ask who is that new person. Did you understand that concept? Guys? Yes or no? Feel free to ask doubts. Okay. So here, coming into health sector here. In case of health sector, so here we're going to have a lot of IoT devices on the patient's body. It may not to be patient only. So he may be a sports person also. He may be some other mentally abnormal person also. Here what it will going to do, it will be continuously monitoring the glucose level, BP level, sugar level, heartbeat, and it will going to update this data. So it will go to continuously monitor. So in order to monitor these medical parameters, we have got so many IoT devices which we will going to connect on the human body. Next, coming into when is my next bus? What is this? When is my next bus? So this is regarding with the smart transport. So nowadays the transportation is also a smart. So let me give an example. Let me think your college bell is at 4:30. Just a minute. So let me assume your college bell is at 4:30 evening. So all the thousands of people will go to come to a bus stop immediately. So here, so you will go into since you are in a hurry, so everyone gets into the same bus. So here, there you can check when is your next bus. So when it indicates, so your next bus is after 5 minutes, you will not going to get into crowded bus. You wait for your next bus. So here, this also, so by using the IoT devices, we can track where is your next bus. When is your next bus? At what time it will going to arrive to your bus stop. So these are the things you can get the details about the next bus or any type of vehicles. Not only it is not restricted for only a bus. We can design for any vehicles. Next, here this is very important. Where can I park? Here I will want to give one more example. So let us think. You have booked a ticket in any movie, in any multiplex theater. So let me assume it is at 6 o'clock. Okay, at 5 o'clock you will going to leave your home by taking your car. So when you reach that multiplex theater or that complex at 5:45, then you will going to see there is no parking place available over. Then you go on searching the parking place. So you may get a parking place after 2 kilometers or 3 kilometers. So there you will go to park. Will you come by walk or will you catch a auto or will you book a Uber? So here, in order to know where are the parking slots, so when you leave at the home, you can see where are the parking slots are available. So you can reserve. So the next, can I reduce my electric bill? So here, there is lot of IoT devices. So in which helps in order to reduce the electricity bill amount. Means what? Whenever they are not in use, they will go to turn off. Whenever we go inside, so it may turn on. For example, a smart lighting, a home automation. So all those things will going to help us to reduce the electricity bill. Okay, guys, is this concept is clear for you or not? Yeah, you have to speak. I need an answer from you people.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I think there is I think there is no confusion in all of. So these are the different applications where we going to implement or where we going to use the concept of IoT or Internet of Things. What about others? Be fast. Yeah, we are 20 plus members. So we are 20 plus members. Only few are answering. Do not hesitate to ask
Mr.
that.
This is Atul. I just wanted to ask, like, in regards to CCTV, like the normal way the CCTV which is working, IoT, does it play any role in that?
See here, the smart CCTV, we have got that option. It's not old CCTV. So here in the old CCTV, what we're going to do, we're going to capture the data or we're going to record the data, which will be preserved or saved in the hard disk. So there is no artificial intelligence over there. So there is no question of identifying the people. So here there is no comparison of the people, whether they are household people or some other people. So they belongs to some particular area or particular apartment or a particular office. So here these type of cameras are very useful in the prohibited area. Where the prohibited area? In defense sector, it can be in defense sector, Navy, Air Force, wherever it is. So these type of IoT devices are installed over. Yeah, any doubts?
Yeah, fine. Thank you.
Next, we have to understand the IoT maturity. So here, how the IoT works. So here, when I go on explaining what is by monitoring, what is by control, optimization, autonomous, you will not go to understand. When I give the example for these stages, you will go to understand how it will go to work. For example, here, within a fraction of a minute, I will go to tell you what is my IoT maturity. So first stage is a monitoring, controlling, optimization, and autonomous. So here, I will go to give an example in the next slide. You will go to understand. I will go to take the example of car only. So here, in the car, monitoring means what? So it is related to vehicle tracking. So you may ask a question, sir, why the vehicle tracking is needed? For example, whenever you book a cab in a Ola or in the Uber, so let us think you are in a Madivada junction. Whenever you want to book a vehicle, it will not going to show all the vehicles which are in KR Puram or in JP Nagar. It will going to show only those vehicles which are nearer to you. How those things can be done? So these vehicles has been tracked. So the data of those vehicles will be uploaded to cloud, and you will go to get the data from the cloud. So next one. Optimization. Optimization means what? I will go to tell you. So you you people have used the Google Map now? Yes or no? Boys, you have to answer fastly.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you're very good. So whenever you use the Google Map, so sometimes you will going to see a red line. What is that indicates?
Traffic.
Okay. When you learn there is a traffic, you will go top that route?
No, sir.
Yeah, definitely. Optimization means what? It is also related to choose which is the best route. Next, coming into safe fuel and about the engine. So here what happens whenever you are driving through a city where there is a lot of traffic lights, traffic signals, you go on applying the brake, you go on changing the gear. So which will go to, obviously it will go to consume the more fuel. So here, whenever you want to choose the best route, you will go to choose the best route so that there will be a minimum traffic signals, there will be a minimum hubs, so you can reduce the consumption of the fuel also. The next one is regarding the control. The control mainly deals with the security system, security logs. So here, it mainly concerned, so your vehicle should not be stolen by any people. If it is stolen also, it has to be located or it has to be detected in the minimum amount of time. So the control is going to look after about the security aspect. Next, autonomous. Have you heard about the autonomous, the word autonomous? Yes, guys? Yes or no?
Yes, self-driving vehicles.
No, autonomous means what? Autonomous. The word autonomous.
Self-government.
Yes. Means what? It's the ability of taking self-decision. Autonomous college may not hear what the VTU says. When VTU says, come on, you conduct the exam 2 months later, they will go to say, no, we'll go to conduct it next month. So autonomous is nothing but it's a state where we can take a self-decision. So here autonomous vehicle means what? It is nothing but a self-driving. Self-driving means what? We're not going to sit over there and we're not going to drive. It is nothing but a driverless car. There is no driver. You get inside that, you select the destination. When you select the destination, automatically it will go to analyze. So from which route I have to go. So here, autonomous means what? So it will go to take the decision depending upon the so many different parameters. What are those parameters? First, these types of cars should able to identify what are the different colors on the traffic signal. So it should take the decision whenever it senses the red color or red signal, it should be able to take the decision, I have to stop now. Whenever it sees green, it should analyzes the green signal and it should take the decision, now I have to move. So before moving, it should measure the distance between the previous car and the next car. That is the car or the vehicle which is in front of them. So whenever that vehicle, the brake applies, automatically this vehicle should also apply the brake. Next, it should be able to identify which one is a road, which one is a footpath, which one is a zebra cross, and which one is a yellow line, white line. So, okay. So all those things it will going to observe, and it should, according to this data, it should able to take the self decision. So guys, is this concept is clear for you? Come on guys, fast. Yeah, you have to respond very fast. What about others? Is there any doubt? Okay. Next comes the IoT needs a lot of data. The question is, where we will go to get that data? What are the different sources of getting that data? So what are the different sources of that data? So what are the different types of data? So all those things we are supposed to know before uploading to by using some IoT devices or Internet of Things devices. Here, the data can be categorized into different types. So here few I have mentioned here. So depending upon this database, they will go into. So okay, see, there are different sources of the data. So depending upon the type of the data, here the data can be classified as a personal data, household data. So here personal data means what? So these data are regarded with some candidates things. It can be their regarding with the academics. It can be non-academics. It can be something related to his height or his details, weight, height, address, and all. So these are the personal data. Means what? The personal data are those data which are related to some persons. Coming into household data. Household data means what? So it consists of all the data which are related to house. So here, what are the different types of data that is being collected by the household data? It can be a rented house, or it can be own house, it can be a flat, or it can be apartment. How many bedrooms are there? How many electronic gadgets are there? How many TVs, how many electronic devices are there, how many vehicles are there. So all those things comes under the household data. And coming into private data, can anyone say what you understand by the private data? Can you give the example for the private data? Yes, anyone? Guys, be fast.
Private data is used by the companies, out of any companies.
Private data, data which are used by the companies, and medical data are also private data. Means what? Any one person has got some particular disease, he will not go to publish, or he will not going to tell everyone, I have got this type of diseases and all. So all those data related to some particular task or a medical field or a company and all. So those data are included under the private data. Next, coming into public data. So this public data, without hesitation, everyone will go to share the public data. For example, when you are at Madiwala stop, so when anyone comes to you when you ask, sir, which is a bus stop where I can stand when I want to get into Majestic bus. Anyone can show. When you ask a question, sir, where is nearest to ATM? So which one is a vegetarian hotel nearby? So these type of data are included under the public data. So anyone can answer it without any hesitation. And coming into commercial sensor data. Commercial sensor data means what? So this is mainly regarding the banking data. So here these type of data are known by very few people. Very few people means what? Yourself, bank manager, your auditor, and the central government department who are dealing with the income tax, the things regarding the income tax. So other than these people, it is maintained in the highly secrecy. So apart from this, the data will be collected in the various different places also. It can be in Mediplace, it can be in any. So in the any medical shops, like it can be Mediplace or it can be Apollo Medicals. So what they will go to do is they will go to collect your phone number and all. So not only there, in each and every departmental store like Big Bazaar, so they will go to ask your phone mobile number. So here they will go to store that data. Means what? Which one is your recently purchased medicine and all? They will go to store that data. Okay, any doubt in this slide? Guys, you can answer me. And major data can be obtained in the educational institutes also. We can collect the data anywhere, not a problem. In the company, in the colleges, so in the any government offices, in the Aadhaar, in the election card, that in those departments. So you can get that data anywhere. Not only the data you can obtain over there. So we're going to give the data whenever you want to create some username and the password. So the data can be given over there also. So which will be maintained highly confidential. Next, here, in order to understand what is a IoT, so here we have to understand many things. So here, whenever we want to understand many things, we have to ask a question. When we get the answer for that question, so from questioning we can learn. So I will going to explain. So here, first data. So you know the data. In many colleges, they will go to say the data and information is one and the same. It is not so. Here. So the data in case of IoT, that is related for symbol. What type of a symbol? So binary symbols. What is a binary symbol? So here we have got 1 or 0. That is yes or no, high or low. So these are the different data. So here, whenever we want to extract an information from that data, we have to ask a question. So
Havish, your voice is not audible, and there is a background noise.
Yes, sir. Someone borewell noise, sir. So today, by today, it may become. Sir, now it is audible, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any background sound, sir? Now.
Yeah. Background noise is there.
Background noise is there, na. Some construction is going on nearby, sir. For that reason. So from the next class, it will be okay, I think.
Okay.
So here we have got a data. The data will going to consist of. It's a symbol. Symbol can be 1 or 0, yes or no. It can be high or low, something like this. So here the information has to be extracted from the data. How we going to extract the information? When we ask the question, who, what, where, when. The answer for this question, that becomes an information. For example, who is this person? What are you doing? Where are you going? When do you go to college? When the answer for this question, it becomes an information. Okay, next here. Next, we have to get the knowledge from the information. How we going to get the knowledge? When we question how, that becomes a knowledge. How you are going to the college means what? Your answer can be through a bus, by the bus, or by the two-wheeler, four-wheeler. So answer for that becomes a knowledge. And when you ask why, the question why, that becomes understanding. Why you are going to college? Why you are pursuing your BE? The answer for that becomes a understanding. And evolution of understanding becomes wisdom. So is there any doubt here? Guys? That is data. Data is initially obtained. We're going to obtain the information from that data. We're going to get the knowledge out of that data. We're going to have an understanding from the knowledge. And once we evaluate the understanding, then we're going to get a wisdom. So next, I will go to take the one example. In that example, it will be very, very clear about this concept. I will go to take the help of a parking. Okay, parking is one of the application of the IoT. So what we're going to call it is smart parking, as I explained a couple of minutes before. What type of a data we're going to get from the parking? 0 or 1 means what? Whether the parking slot is empty or full. There is only two possibilities. So here, when the data is parking is empty, the next comes the question, when is a peak parking time? So now the next type is what kind of a vehicle you will go to park. Means what? A parking, you will go to park a two-wheeler, three-wheeler, four-wheeler or whatever. Nowadays, we have got a multi-store parking buildings. So here, depending upon the type of a vehicle, they will go to alert the place for the better utility of the parking place. Next. So who will go to park? Who will go to park in that parking place? Means what? They will go to give some information in terms of barcode or any other type of a receipt or something like that. Next, we have to get a knowledge from the information. So here, knowledge means what? In order to find the overstayed vehicle. Guys, can anyone say what is my overstayed vehicle? Yeah, you can.
Beyond the hours.
Yes.
Like the number of hours which are allotted.
Yes, definitely. Overstayed vehicle. So here, for the overstayed vehicle, they will go to charge more. So in order to charge more, first they have to find the overstayed vehicle. So for that, so there are so many different techniques. So they will go to scan the barcode and all. So in that barcode, the information will be about what type of vehicle it is. So what is the registration number of that vehicle, at what time it has come inside the parking lot and all the information will be in the barcode. When they will go to scan that, immediately they will go to get the every information. So here the next understanding. Understanding means what? So it is the concept of utilizing the parking slot efficiently. Efficiently means what? A maximum vehicle. The maximum vehicle should be parked in the minimum area. How it is? So they will go to decide. So which vehicle has to be parked where? So without wasting any parking space, they will go to park in that way or in that manner. Means what? In case of understanding, mainly it is concerned with the utilization of the parking space. Next, wisdom. Wisdom is not applicable for this type of applications. Guys, any doubt? Yeah, be quick, be fast. See, now the real IoT comes here. So here, a couple of minutes before, I have told. So there are so many different sensors. So based on the sensors, the many different parameters are being collected. So what are the different parameters? It can be regarding with the biometry. It can be regarding with the distance. It can be regarding with the temperature, humidity, pressure, motion, position, light or images. So apart from this, we have got so many different sensors also. So here, the job or the main aim of these sensors, it will go to collect the data. So here, once the data has been collected, then it will go to upload that data to IoT platform through Wi-Fi, Sigfox, LoRa, and even we can use our internet provider also. So here, guys, have you heard the word Sigfox and LoRa? Yeah, please pause. LoRa.
No.
So, okay, the LoRa and Sigfox is also, it's a wireless protocol. Means what? Like Wi-Fi, so it is also a wireless protocol. So it will go to update the data to an IoT cloud, so our IoT platform. So here, similarly, we have got few actuators also. We have got actuators also. These actuators may be motor, it may be switch, it can be lighting, it can be valve. So here I will go to give a simple example. Nowadays we have got a LPG pipes which are being connected to houses. So through these pipes, the LPG gases will be supplied. So here, whenever we have got this type of applications, there can be a dangerous thing also. If there is any leakage of the LPG gas, so there can be a fire accidents. So in order to detect this, what we're going to do is, so we have got so many IoT sensors, including which senses the gas, LPG gas. When it senses the LPG gas, now automatically what it should do, it should close the nearest valve of the LPG pipe. So that the major accident or fire accident can be prevented. Is this concept is clear for you? Is this example is clear for you? Is this concept is clear for you? Now, so you may have a question. So for what reason these type of data are the data which are collected by the different sensor, it has to be uploaded to IoT platform. So majorly there are two different purposes. One is application purpose, and other is a analysis purpose or analytic purpose. So this analysis, so this is for the business purpose. So here we'll go to get the data from the departmental store. It can be a Big Bazaar, or it can be Reliance Fresh, or it can be any other type of the big departmental store. So they will go to have a data. What type of a data? In the month of June, this much of the product that has been sold. In the month of July, this much of the product that has been sold. Whenever the sales in that particular product, when in the month of July it has been decremented, then few people will go to take some suitable decision. What type of a decision? They may announce some discounts. They may announce buy one get one free and all. So this analysis for only for few people. Few people means what? It can be for the manager, it can be decision maker, or it can be owner, or it can be for an advisor. But in case of application purpose, what happens? So anyone can access this type of data. So the business data can be accessed by only few people. But in case of an application, for the application purpose, the data can be accessed by any person. I will go to give an example. When you want to book a cab by Ola or Uber, when you go for that app, so you will go to get that data. So you will go to get that data. So any person who has got that app, they will go to get that data. So these application data are for everyone, whereas analytical for only few people. Okay. Is there any doubt, any sort of confusion here between the analysis as well as the application? I will go to recall. Analysis data is for only few persons. The application data means what? It is for all the people who are using that application. There is no restriction. Next, so this one is very, very important. So before this one, can I know what you understand by the term architecture? Yeah. Anyone, can you say what is by architecture? Yeah. Guys, I need a response. Have you heard the word architecture?
Architecture is a flow, like how things move for a particular.
Yeah, definitely. Architecture is nothing but it's a block by block where whenever we connect the different blocks, so that forms the architecture. Architecture means what? Lower priority, medium priority, higher priority. So likewise, based on the priority, we're going to separate them. So here, in case of IoT architecture, so here we have got 4 different architecture levels. First one, sensory network. So here in this core layer, what we're going to do is, so we have got a sensors. So the intention of the sensors is to collect the data. So along with the sensors, there are some few actuators also. In the few minutes before I have told, actuators can be a motor, or it can be valves, or it can be a light, or whatever it may be. So actuators means what? Let me give a simple example. There is automatic of opening and closing the door. Whenever you go in front of that door, the sensor senses. Now the actuator should act now. The motor start rotating and the door opens. So here, the motor can be regarded as an actuator. Next, tag. Tag regarding with the RF ID, or it's a barcode. So this tag will going to contain the different information. So whenever I take a example of a departmental store or any product, it will going to define what is its rate, what is its price, what is its weight, what type of a material it is. All those things information will be in the tag. So here, these are the different things which will be considered as which will be placed in the sensor connectivity and the network. Coming into gateway. So here, these gateway are the Wi-Fi devices. Here what happens, whatever the data has been collected in the previous level, so that data will be uploaded to cloud. So here, that usually the gateway will be a Wi-Fi devices. So the main aim of the Wi-Fi devices or the gateway is to convert the wired data to wireless data. So so that it will be very easy to upload in the cloud. Next comes the management services. So here, before going into management services, can anyone tell me what about the dynamic configuration or static configuration? Yeah, anyone? Dynamic configuration or static configuration? Yeah, guys, be quick. Okay, guys, can you hear me? Okay, let's see here. The answer which is given is exactly the dynamic is what? So depending upon the type of a data, so we'll go to decide how many servers it is needed. So what is the memory that has been needed? So depending upon the amount of the data. If the data is small, so we'll go to have a smaller memory devices. When the data, when we have got a huge amount of data, whenever we have got a huge amount of data, so we're going to go for a higher memory version. So that is all about the management services. The management services also look after the data flow and security aspect. Security aspect means what? These data cannot be hacked by any other hackers. So next, with respect to application, So here IoT finds the application in each and every domain. So each and every domain means what? In the environmental sector, in energy, people tracking, surveillance, supply chain, everywhere we're going to have a IoT applications. So here, coming into the different domains where we're going to use the IoT. It is used in a defense. Nowadays, we know there are many advanced drones. So these drones are controlled by some remote places. So here, these drones are controlled by through the IoT applications. So not only drones, so we have got a military robots. Means what? So here in the military tankers, then when you know human being, automatically it will go to sense and it will go to take a action. So for the surveillance also we'll go to have a robots. So all these robots come in the field of IoT. And next, agricultural domain. Okay, guys, I will go to text for some more time. Here, so in the case of agricultural domain, so here we know the whole GDP of a country, GDP of any country is dependent on the agriculture. Means what? Whenever we grow more, we go for export. Whenever the agricultural products is less, we go for import. So there are millions, billions of dollars which will be exchanged for the, which will be reserved for the agricultural purposes. So here, in order to get a better yield, so we have got so many IoT devices which are placed in the fields. So in order to test the soil, whether it's acidic or alkaline, so there are many sensors which are used for measuring the humidity, temperature, water content in the soil, and many other things. Connecting the home. So here we have got a smart meters. So here, so the smart meters when we install to a home, so here this will going to help us for the preventing the power theft, or it can be some misusing of the resources. It can be a water, or it can be a power, or it can be LPG gas and all. So by installing the smart meters, we can connect it. We're going to connect to the home. So here not only these smart meters, here we have got a network inside the home. So we're going to connect all the devices. It can be DTH, or it can be a laptop, or it can be some tab, or so here the different types of the devices which we're going to connect to in the home. Coming into food services. So here food services. So here also we're going to use a lot of IoT concept. So the IoT concept comes. Okay, you people, you will going to book the, or you will going to get the food from Zomato, from Swiggy, some Uber Eats and all that. So how you will go to order? So you will going to have an app. So you will go to order it. You will go to do online payment and all. So for that we have got a lot of IoT concept which includes the starting from the app to a bank transaction. So this is all about the food services. Coming into logistics, this is very important. So logistics means what? So you will going to you will go to trace whenever you book any product in the Amazon or Flipkart. So you will go to trace where it is, at what time it will go, on which day it will go to reach you, at what time it may come. So here, so we're going to keep a track on the parcels. So in the logistics, like Amazon and all, so they will go to use the different types of robots for packing, for segregations, for lifting, for loading, unloading, and all. They will go to employ the robots. So robots in the warehouse, they will going to use this type of robots. And coming into an healthcare. So here the healthcare means what? It is related to hospital data. So there are a lot of IoT devices, which are placed on the patient's body. And these IoT devices are connected to a cloud, and which can be interconnected to an expert doctor. From house only, you will go to analyze the data, and you will go to advise for the assistant doctor, so that this has to be done. Next, coming into bank. So here nowadays this is very important. So here we have got a millions of transactions every day. So not only through ATM, so you will going to have millions of transactions through Paytm, so Google Pay, Phone Pay and all. So all those things, so that has to be updated immediately. Whenever you check the balance, after the transaction of the balance, once again you check the balance, so immediately the data should be uploaded to your account. So those are all things which will be included under the bank. Coming into smart buildings. Smart buildings means what? So here it can be a complex, shopping complex, or it can be any shopping malls, or it can be any type of apartments. There it will going to collect the data regarding the drainage, regarding the fire, regarding the water level, and it will going to automatically it will going to update the data for a concerned person, and it will going to take a suitable action. So here there is a huge network in order to observe so these parameters. Next, in the infrastructure. In the infrastructure means what? So here there can be a construction of road, there can be a deviation of the road, or there can be a termination of the road. All those data can be obtained with the infrastructural data. So here the next, coming to utilities, this is very important. So this department mainly concerned about the energy consumption. Energy consumption means what? So here they will going to calculate, or they will going to have the data in the year 2019. This much of megawatts of the power it has been consumed by the Bangalore city. By seeing this data, the officers will going to request for the central government. So we need some more power. So the power which has been allotted for us, it is not sufficient, because they will going to give that data. So then they will going to request for the more power. Next, coming into retail. So this retail it's mainly concerned with the departmental stores, shopping complex and all. So here they have got a lot of IoT devices in order to count, in order to alert whenever some particular product has been over. And means what? It's already sold. So immediately it will going to give an alert, so that a company people will going to replace that particular product. And coming into hospitality. So here coming into hospitality. So here whenever we plan to go to some other places like Delhi, so we'll go to book the hotels from here only. How it is possible? So here all the data of the hotel will be available on our fingertip. So here all the details means what type of a room here there. So how many people can stay over there? What is a picture or what is the image of that hotel? So is there any extra facilities are available like lift, swimming pool and all? So all those data can be obtained by having these devices. Okay, these devices collect the data and it will be stored in the cloud. From the cloud, we will go to retrieve the data and we will go to decide so which hotel we are supposed to book and all. So it will go to check, we are supposed to see all the details of the hotel, whether it is available or not. So here room is available or not. What is the cost? So what are the different facility, that is AC is there or not. So here, so the lot of data are fed by the owners of that hotels. So this is regarding the hospitality. And coming into I will go to tell the popularity of the IoT devices. So here in the 2003, the world population was 6.3 billion and the IoT devices was only 500 million. Means what? Almost 0.08 devices per person. But in case of 2010, the world population was 6.8 billion and the devices were 12.5 billion. Means what? It's almost 1.8 devices per person. But in 2015, the world population was 7.2 billion and the device connected to is 25 billion. Means almost 3.5 devices per person. So in the year 2020, it has been estimated the world population is 7.6 billion and IoT devices will be 50 billion. Means what? Almost 6.5 devices per person. Means what? So the IoT is getting popular and popular day by day. Here, whenever we think of a IoT devices, so we are supposed to keep the speed of the internet also. The speed of the internet, it will going to decides everything. So means what? Whenever the speed is more, we can put massive amount of data. Whenever the speed is less, we cannot so. So here, with help of this IoT, what we can do? We can create a market, we can create a service, and we can expand the market and services. So here, not only regarding with the commercial aspect, so we can create a better experience and we can build a better relations. So here, talking about the empowerment of people means what? So we'll go to increase the skill, we'll go to increase the efficiency of the person through this concept. And whenever the skill of the person increases, so the decision making becomes very easy. Next, see, these are the different Wi-Fi what we'll go to use in the IoT. It can be NFC, it can be Zigbee, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and other data services which will be provided by the different peoples like Vodafone, like Jio and all. So these are the different technique, or these are the different approaches where we'll go to upload the data. Okay, any confusion till here? Okay. Next, IoT application. So here IoT application means nowadays we will go to find everywhere, in each and every field, in each and every domain we have got a IoT application. But very few we have mentioned, but the IoT applications are not restricted to here. The first one, the IoT application with help of a cyber security. Now, in the field of music, in the field of games, in the field of telecommunication, so in the field of agriculture, in the field of defense, everywhere, in the field of transport, so in the field of infrastructure, so everywhere we have got a IoT applications. Next, so these are the different IoT applications. I have mentioned few. So here we have got a smart sprinkler control. Here, you know what is a sprinkler? It is used in the garden. So here you can control the sprinkler in the garden through your smartphone. So you may be in United States or any other country. So by getting the data, whether it's a dry or wet, you can control the sprinkler from the distant place only. The only condition is you have to have an internet access. So you have to have an internet access. With the internet access, you can control from the distant place only. So likewise, smart sprinkler control, we have got a smart egg tray also. So in the Western countries, the egg is a very important and nutritious food product over there. So in case when you don't see the refrigerator, so here you can have this app and you can see from the office only. So here how many eggs are available at the home, and you can decide whether the eggs has to be taken or not. Next, smart glucose monitoring. This is very important. These type of IoT devices are placed on the first one, on the patients. So here the glucose level is very important in order to make the people steady. So here, whenever the glucose level decreases beyond some value, immediately the doctor rushes and give the necessary treatment so that the person will be saved. So the glucose level monitoring is not only done for the patient, it also can be done for the people who works in the gym, for sports people. After a long workout, the glucose level in the blood, it may decrease. So immediately they rush to have some nutritious food. So for that, the glucose monitoring is very much needed. Next, a smart washing machine. Smart washing machine means what? Here, you will go to control the speed of the motor through your mobile phone. For why you have to control? So since you have got a different types of clothes, it can be jeans, or it can be silk, or it can be cotton, polyester, and depending upon the type of a clothes, we'll go to control the speed of the motor through your mobile phone only or through your smartphone only. Next, smart piggy bank. So piggy bank means what? So here we used to collect the money from the smart piggy bank. The piggy bank. The smart piggy bank, it will go to tell. So how much of money that has been collected over there. So it will go to give the details. That is called as a smart piggy bank. And coming into hydroponic system. So in the hydroponic system, we are going to control the water droplet size. The size of the water droplets can be controlled. So through by the smartphone only. So that we'll go to calculate so how much of waters are needed for the different species of the plants which are planted inside the home. So we're going to control the size of the water drops through your mobile phone. This is called as a hydroponic system. And see, analyzing with the node is what? So this is used to in order to calculate the speed, in order to calculate is there any other type of a force is there, that is a magnetic force or some other electric force and all. So here all those parameters can be obtained by this type of IoT devices. Coming into smart AC. So here in the case of smart AC, you will go to control the air condition or your AC through your mobile phone only by getting the different types of a data. Means what? The data can be regarded with the humidity or the temperature. And a swing analyzer is used in the gaming technology. So here we will go to use the IoT device in the swing analyzer also. Next one is Bluetooth enabled insole. See here, this type of Bluetooth enabled insole is applicable for, it will be applied in the shoes where the mentally disabled people will be there, and many people will going to forget for every instant, even they will go to forget their home address also. For those people, will go to have this Bluetooth enabled insole. So it will go to send what is the location, so where they are staying and all. So here, because when we get this type of data, we can trace that person where he has gone, in which direction he has gone and all. Next type of application is a smart sleep system. So here, this type of sleep system can be used for the patients also. Here, depending upon this data, the doctor will go into, it is easy for them to decide what type of a treatment that has to be given for a patient. So here, they will going to have IoT devices which will go to measure the sleep of the patient. And it will going to update, so on which day, so how much hours he has slept and all. So all this data, by studying all this data, the doctors will go to decide so whether he's getting well or the condition is going towards worse, so that he will go to decide the further treatment. And coming into blood pressure monitor. So here, this is a IoT devices which we going to tie to our hand like a wristwatch. So this, it will going to measure the systolic pressure as well as a diastolic pressure of a patient or for the sports person or any for the other person. So it will go to alert whenever it exceeds the upper limit or the lower limit. Next, here in the weather station, we have got so many IoT devices. So here it will going to give the data regarding with the pollution, regarding with the temperature, regarding the humidity, and all this type of pollution, mainly in case of carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, sulfur oxides and all. So here these data will be uploaded to cloud where you can get where you can fetch the data from the cloud. Next, the next type is a smart door lock. Nowadays, the door lock is also a smart. So we did not have a key for this. So then what will be the input for this one? The input can be your smartphone, it can be your thumb, or even it can be your face. So here, by sensing this type of input, so if you are an authenticated person, the door lock, it will go to open. Next, smart bike. I did not explain much about the smart bike because people have used the bounce and all, bounce, Ogo and all. Yes or no, guys? So in this concept, in the smart bike, we're going to find where is the nearest bike. So how many meters it is away. Installation. So here we'll go for we can find where it is located. So here, you will go to get the number of that bike, what type of a bike it is. So all this data can be obtained in this IoT by using the IoT. Next, smart gardening. Smart gardening means what? So here the garden can be watered, so the temperature can be maintained, the humidity can be maintained. So here all these parameters are monitored and it will go to take a suitable action. Suitable action means what? Whenever it is very cold, so some hot fans will be on, so hot air will be pumped to the garden, so where the temperature can be monitored. So by sensing the moisture content in the soil, so it will going to get automatically water. Next, smart garbage means what? As soon as the garbage is filled up, it will going to alert a suitable person or concerned person regarding with the location of that garbage can. So where immediately they can come and they can clean or they can replace the other garbage can. Next, here, see here I have compared with the smart city and smart campus. That is city and the campus. So here, what are the different problems in the city? What are the different problems in the campus? So here, in the cities, there can be no person to handle the garbage. So there can be a fire in some part of the city. There can be a pollution in another part of the city. There can be no parking space. The flood is there. So there are so many problems, or so many. So these problems. So the IoT devices, it will going to collect the data regarding this. It will be uploaded to some particular cloud of some particular department. It can be a municipal corporation or it can be a BWSSP. There are many different. If there is crime, then immediately the police rushes. So if there is fire, the immediately fire department rushes. So here, when there is a garbage, immediately the municipality people rushes. So these data are sent to the different departments. Immediately the suitable action can be taken. So in case of campus, there can be no light in the hostel. There can be no projector in the some classroom. The pipe may be leakage. Water can be polluted. So these data are uploaded to a principal or dean or warden or manager, so that immediately they will go to take an action. And coming into the different companies who work for the IoT platform. So at the beginning of the session, the sir has already listed top 10 companies around the globe. So these are the additional few companies. Who works for the IoT platform. Guys, can you hear me now?
Yeah, fine. Go ahead, Harish.
Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, Harish. Hello.
Please, can you respond to my question?
Yeah,
can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we.
Guys, hello.
Yeah, Harish, it's fine.
Okay, sir. Now let me tell the participants how to create the Tinkercad, because from tomorrow only I will going to start the hands-on session. So I will go to explain them. Okay, guys, you can note it, or you can do it parallelly. See it.
Harish, can you show the slide number 24, please?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Next slide.
Next slide. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes, I think this slide was missing.
No, okay. Yes, sir. Okay. Guys, you can fill the parallelly, or you can do it. Okay, you can do it after also. But confirm you have to create the Tinkercad before attending the next session. So here, first you have to go to Google for sign up. Just you type a Tinkercad. So after typing a Tinkercad, you will going to get this screen. So when you get it this screen, so you are supposed to select from which country you are, and you are supposed to give your date of birth. So this date of birth is mainly for in order to check whether you are a minor or major. So here next you are supposed to go for a next. After filling these two details, you go to next. In the next, it will go to ask your email account and the password. So next you can click this and create an account. Is it clear for you? Guys, can you answer me?
Guys, this is
Okay,
very important slides because everybody has to create this account for the hands-on sessions.
Okay, guys, do one thing. You can take a photo of this one. After that, you should not feel difficult. The creating a Tinkercad username is very, very simple. It asks only for 4 details. That is country, you are from which country, your date of birth. After giving these 2 details, you are supposed to go to next. So suppose you think you have got a username and password, directly you can go to sign in. But you don't have the username and password now, you go for sign up. So after giving these 2 details, go for next. In the next slide, it will go to ask your email and the password. Just you can click here, you can create an account. It's a matter of 3 to 4 minutes. You can do now itself only, not a problem. Guys, any doubt regarding these 2 slides regarding in order to create a Tinkercad username and the password? Yeah, you can unmute your speaker and so mic, and you can ask something if you are not followed. If you have got doubts, you can ask me.
Havish, there is a question. Can you show some dummy account and create and show it?
Sir, we have to give the Gmail account. Already my Gmail account that has been created.
Yeah, that I will do it from my end. Let me share my screen and let's do it.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Sure, sir.
So, let me know if Tinkercad, right?
Sir, Tinker. Yes, sir.
Is it right?
No, sir. Join Tinkercad. Sir, back, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, create account. That's all, sir.
Guys, is it clear? Any participants has any queries? Tinkercad, not pad. So here we'll see all the circuits and all those things. Yeah. So is it clear? Participants, any questions on this? Creating an account? Any participants has any queries? Thanks. Any other? Yeah, Avish, anything else?
Sir, so before next session, what the thing is, everyone should have a Tinkercad. So I start with the basic applications. So I will going to show how that can be developed, how they can be connected. So on the other hand, parallelly, the students also should also do it.
Okay. Guys, in the next session, we expect all the students to have the software ready, the login ID and password. We want all the students to work on the parallelly along with Havish. Any more questions from the participants?
Yes, come on guys, any doubts?
Any doubts?
Tomorrow we'll be having next session or nothing, sir?
Tomorrow there will be no sessions. Next it will be the sessions for Monday.
Okay.
I need everyone to create an account. Any more questions? Any questions in terms of the
questions with respect to IoT applications or today's session?
There was one question, Havish, the difference between artificial intelligence and IoT.
See here, sir, for artificial intelligence, it will be evolved from the machine learning. So in IoT, what we're going to do is, so we're going to upload to a cloud. So there we're not going to upload to a cloud. So there what we're going to do is we're going to store the data, and it will going to compare the data. Here we will not going to compare the data. We're going to analyze the data, and we're going to take a suitable action depending upon the data. Yeah. So here the data collection is very important. In case of IoT, data collection means what? So here, for example, so what is yesterday's minimum and maximum temperature of Bengal? So we're going to get that data. We're going to know the data, and that's it, like that. But artificial intelligence is very, very complicated when compared to IoT. That's a separate domain.
Any other questions, guys? Any other questions? We want individual to develop the projects once the classes starts. We want individual people to develop their own projects. I will just show you some of our students who has developed a project. I'll just play you some videos like how a VLSI design people have developed their own projects. If you see here some videos, I'm just going to play it. So this is the one of the guy who has developed his project. So this is a VLSI design internship program where students have received their kit and developing their own project.
Hello everyone, I am Joel from City Management. Present I am doing industry training from I will explain how to make down copies selling Spartan chicks in this board. In this Spartan chicks board, we have 2 hours later. One is 100 megahertz and other is 12 megahertz. In order, the time duration is very less. 12 megahertz.
So we will be asking for videos from each and everybody once they. Havish, can you mute? Havish, can you mute yourself?
Sure, sir.
So this is how we need each and every participants to send their videos once they complete any of the projects or any of the sessions of once.
Hi all, I am Akshay Kulkarni. I am a student from STM College of Engineering Technology, Dharwad. I'm currently an intern at Agimus Technologies. I'm going to explain about the up-down counter using FPGA board. So this is our LSB bit and this is the MSB bit. This is the reset button, and you can see the switches of.
Okay, so why I'm showing you these videos. We will be asking you for these kind of videos to be submitted on the WhatsApp. Once the hands-on sessions are done, there will be assignments given to individuals. They have to submit those assignments along with the video. So is it correct, Harish?
Yes, sir. Sir, and the images of the different outputs that they are supposed to upload in their respective WhatsApp.
Yes. Okay. Any more questions, guys? Any other questions? Before we end the session, any other questions? So today we have just discussed about the introduction about IoT and its applications. So will the required kits will be provided to us? Required kit will be there in the software itself. Not required. Kits are not to have for the project. That is our VLSI design program, what I was showing you the videos, where we have given the individual kits to the participants. But here that is not required. So everything will be there on the simulator software. Any other questions? Any other questions? Hope the session was clear today, like applications of IoT and where and all can be used. So from Monday onwards, you will have a hands-on sessions. I request all the participants to have their own account created for Thinkercad software. We'll be sharing you the link in the WhatsApp also. I request all the participants to create their own IDs. Any other questions? Any other questions? I'm just pasting it in the chat box. I request all the participants to install, means create this account before next session, that is on Monday. We'll be sending you the invite for that session. Any questions? We'll be ending the session in another 30 seconds. Okay, thank you guys. Thanks for your time, and we thank all the participants for being with us. And thanks, Harish, for the wonderful session.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, guys.